She said, go as deep as you want, but not that deep, but not that deep. She said, go as deep as you want, but not that deep. But how could I know this would be the whole of our story, our story. And yes, some lines were crossed, and some of them my fault, but I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I wanted to go deep. They say don't grow weary in well doing, but I've been weary and hella fluid and reaping and benefits and creeping a little bit. I think I need this little bitch to come and do it. It is drink it and let it drip, never spit to keep it a brick. I'm hesitant to pursue it because I've always been quality over quantity. Honestly, it's percentages that do affect my thought of me. Therefore, putting numbers on a board, hey, Babylon's whores ain't exciting in the slightest, but making her whirl like a boar, sing a chord, call the Lord to see the white of her ice is like a goddess. And she probably ain't the hottest in your eyelids, but her body's head turning make me feel like Osiris, cause I'm mindless when she on. And I don't even like her at the moment. I probably never wipe her to be honest, but she said, go as deep as you want, but not that deep, but not that deep. She said, go as deep as you want, but not that deep. But how could I know this would be the whole of our story, our story. And yes, some lines were crossed, and some of them my fault, but I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I wanted to go deep, yeah, I know you came a couple times. I can feel it how you rock. But who the fuck told you you could stop? Don't make me get up. Big talk, back that shit up. Don't run from it. Back that shit up. Like you was dancing in that club, back that shit up. Cause if I have to get up.
Center thing.
So what you about to say?
So I've always I always felt like men just fuck because it's a hole. Men fuck for a hole. And a lot of men have said that they should not be tied down to one particular creature. They was put on this earth to reproduce and fuck and whatever other creatures. Now, part of me is not going to lie. I do feel like that is true. But based on what you're telling me, a lot of percentage of the men have sex for love, just like us women does. So, I'm used to men just fucking to just have a hole. Just to fuck a hole. Like, they don't give a fuck what they look like. Pussy is pussy, a hole is a hole. A dog will fuck a fucking hole in a tree if it could. And most men don't give a fuck. They will fuck whatever they can. So my question is to you, do you feel like that concept is correct? Like, you're saying to me, a lot of percentage of men love to fuck for love, like we do as women.
Well, I'll put it like this, and maybe I sound fucked up for saying this.
Okay.
I might sound fucked up for saying this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fuck for love. I just cannot receive love from a woman that isn't attached to her being sexually attracted to me.
Okay.
If a woman's pussy ain't wet when she think about me, when she talk to me, when she interacting with me, like if the thought of my dick in her orifices doesn't arouse her and stimulate her, then there's nothing more emasculating than her having genuine love for me.
Okay.
Because if she don't like me at all,
yeah,
it's cool.
I mean, okay, but that makes sense. Like, because in order for a woman, okay, that makes sense. Like, you get extra turned on when you can actually see that the woman is physically and attractively turned on to you. Understandable. But part of my question is, for one, do you feel like majority of the men, as a man yourself, fuck just to fuck a hole that's tight enough to get a nut off?
But
without caring the appearance, the physical, or anything like that attached to it, do you feel like, and what percentage too, do you feel like majority of the men just fuck just because there's a hole that's tight enough?
I can't speak for everybody, but what I can say is this: I'm a different breed of nigga, right? I'm a different breed of nigga. Like I told you before, I've never gone on the first date with a woman before having casual sex with her. That's just not been my experience, right? I have gone on the first date. The only woman I ever went on a first date with before having sex with her, I was in a 10-year relationship with, and I wasn't happy about that shit. Listen, so it may sound good in the mind of a woman, like, oh, it's a 10-year relationship, and you went on the first date, maybe you should do that again. No, I was riddled with anxiety and fear and shit, and feeling like, you know what? You know, you look at different times, the shit that go on in a relationship, like, oh, maybe she's not feeling me the way I want her to. You try extra hard, you try to make shit shake, and shit don't shake the way you want it to, and you like, god damn. And then you get out there and you deal with women, and everybody you come across got the same background story in a relationship as you do with yours. That shit fuck with your head. For me, it's not that I necessarily fuck just anything, but that I'd rather fuck first and see if I like a woman later. If I'll put it like that, right? I think most women, they'd rather go out with a guy, get to know him, see if they would be open to fucking him later, even if they know, like, I'm semi-attracted to him, so I could see myself giving him some pussy. Me as a man, I'd rather fuck first and see if I like a woman later.
That is very interesting, because that is one thing that I would say, like, you can't really sit here and build a relationship off of if y'all don't have a sexual compatibility.
Shit, people do
because
it every day.
I re-fucking fuse. Okay, they can do it, because I will tell you right now, I re-fucking fuse. Me and you can have so much in common. And I hate to make this sound so shallow. And please, I know you're not going to be judging me at all when I say this. But me and you can have the best fucking chemistry outside of sex. But if we get into that motherfucking bedroom and shit doesn't go, and I'm open to coaching and explaining how I like it, but if you still cannot satisfy me, we're gonna have to cut that shit off, because either something's gonna happen. Either we're gonna break up for that reason, or I'm gonna cheat on you.
I agree.
I'm sorry, I will cheat on you, because at the end of the day, I will love the shit that you do for me, and I will have so much love for you. But if you cannot satisfy me in one of the ways that is very, like, probably 30% important to me loving you, oh baby boy, we gonna have to cut that off.
And check this out, right?
Sorry.
You want to know something real? I completely and wholly respect that point of view. I completely respect that point of view. To me, I respect when a woman says, if I'm not sexually attracted to you, I can't fuck with you. You know what the crazy part is? How good sex is don't always even translate to that sexual attraction and desire.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been in situations before where I might give a woman 10, 20 orgasms, right? Make a woman squirt, even make a woman cry during sex. But before, she feel pressure, even if I'm not putting pressure on her. Afterwards, it's anticipation about the next time it'll happen. But during, it's, oh, I love this dick, yada, yada, yada. So it's like, it's an energy thing, it's a vibe thing. If the desire isn't present, then it kind of pollutes everything else that's going on. If it is present, some people worry about get digmatized, right? Which is where things that you probably wouldn't like, you start to convince yourself you may like, and then once the fog is gone, you realize you don't like it. But I think it's really about positive feedback loops and a cycle of energy, right? Mm-hmm. If in your experiences you actually grow to like the things that you thought you wouldn't like during that period of time that's considered digmatizing, and that becomes like a norm for you, you really get into it. Like I remember I seen this one post, I shared that shit on Facebook like yesterday, and I shared it like maybe 5-6 times over the last couple of years. It was supposed to say, good dick have a bitch laid up in bed talking about, oh, so that's what a Super Saiyan is. Right? And to me, I like that kind of shit, right? It's like, I don't have no problem with that. Like
how you did tonight?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's what it feels like, you get a good squirt.
Huh?
So that's what it feels like to feel squirted, to squirt.
I guess it is. But on some real shit, I be looking at it like, at the end of the day, that sexual attraction, you can't really find a substitute for it. Like there's no substitute for that desire. There's no substitute for that attraction. There's no substitute for a woman anticipating that feeling of knowing, like, within yourself that you're about to get some great dick. There's no substitute for it. There's no substitute for knowing that you're going to be halfway out of your senses.
Like there is legit nothing. I promise you, it's no better feeling.
Nothing at all.
Mm-mm. I mean, there's a lot of other feelings, but when it comes to knowing that, okay, there's a lot of feelings, because like, example, me and you, I knew that when you came, I was just gonna have fun, and aside from all the small stuff that you do, I definitely will list those out later, but I already knew when me and you got to each other, there was no other feeling I could think of. So I know that feeling. But if you're fucking with someone who can't give you that feeling, all you're gonna think about is the last dick. That's all I would say. You're gonna think about the last dick, but you know, when you get blessed with something that definitely can just, it's different. God.
But when you couple that, when you also have like some genuine things in common,
Mm-hmm.
and you can really enjoy conversation in each other's presence,
It makes it hard.
it makes it hard. It takes it from it being like some platonic type of like nerdy shit to being like, oh, let's role play this shit. Like, let's actually have
let's just find something that it's our kink. Let's find our kink.
I feel like kinks, fetishes, that should be a lot. It really is. Like, it's nothing quite like that feeling, like for me, that look in a woman's eyes, like when I'm dropping dick and hitting the bottom of that pussy, and I got her toes in my mouth at the same time. Yeah, it's nothing quite like that. It's like that look in a woman's eyes, like, damn, this nigga nasty. That do something for me personally.
Oh, really?
It does.
But take it from someone who actually knows how it feels. It definitely feels like, damn, this nigga nasty. But then it feels very sensationally like you about to take my fucking toes off. That shit just hits in a lot of different spots. And then I can feel, for me, my fucking spine tingling from my neck all the way down to my pussy.
Is it getting juicy and whatnot?
Getting very juicy. Definitely feeling like my throat's opening up.
You know about the throat chakra?
What's up with that?
You know, I talk about things like, I got some videos talking about this concept of Brody scale of sexual attraction, right? And it's something that happens once you hit like the 9 point, right? And there's two main things that happen once you hit like the 9 level, right? One is that the cervix becomes receptive to like cervical orgasms, right? But at the 9 level is also where the throat starts opening up to throat gasms. You know about the vagus nerve? See, the vagus nerve is like a nerve, right? That starts right your neck, right? Near your spinal column. And then it goes down from your neck all the way through your body. And it goes down to your cervix, right? And it's something that's supposed to stimulate this feeling of an overwhelming feeling of relax and a release of emotions. So it's like once your arousal reaches a high enough level, then your throat opens up. Not dick hitting the little dangling thing in the back of your throat. I don't consider that throat. That's just mouth, right? That's deep mouth and that's not deep throat. But once your throat opens up, then it's kind of like some people binge eat to get that feeling. Some people sing to get that feeling, to stimulate the vagus nerve. But once arousal reaches a high enough level, you can experience that through cervical stimulation and through throat stimulation. If a woman's not aroused enough, cervical stimulation just hurts. It's just painful. She might throw up, might have a stomach ache. Like, some dudes think that automatically having a big dick is going to be good for sex. If a woman's not aroused enough, you'd be better off with an average piece. Right? But it's once a certain level of arousal is reached, and that throat training activates, it opens up. I remember I was having a conversation on Facebook with some comments earlier, and I saw this post talking about a girl saying, like, nigga smack me, like, stop trying to be too gentle during sex. And that reminded me of this experience I had. I was throat training a slave, right? So I don't just like subs, I like slaves. You feel me? That's what I like. And I was doing some throat training. And I told her, once you take this dick all the way in your throat, don't take it out. Don't take it all the way out your mouth to breathe. Just pull the tip into your mouth, lick on the head, maybe stroke it some. But if you just stop to catch your breath, you're gonna fuck my nut up, right? So if you're gonna take it into your throat, if you need to breathe, just put the tip in front of your mouth, keep licking on the head, keep working with it, then put it back in. She kept taking the dick out her mouth so that she could breathe. So I smacked her. Right? And when I smacked her, I seen it look like lightning went through her body, right? I didn't ask her permission to do that shit. She was one of my submissives, but this is what happened. Look, I want you to read this, right? I want you to read this for me. You can do that? What'd you say? That's right. So she asked me, can I tell you something, right? And I said, go ahead. What did she say?
Let me read that loud.
Yeah, read it out loud.
I kind of enjoy being forced to do something sexual, of course. I like it when you slap me when I did something you told me not to do. It wasn't too hard or too gentle. It made my pussy throb, which shocked me more than the slap itself. I'm starting to experience new things in my body that I never thought I would experience, and it scares me a little, not going to lie.
And that's kind of how those experiences can go sometimes. You know what I mean? Where it's like it's that stretching. That's what dominance is about to me. It's stretching beyond your self-perception of who you think you are, or what you think you would like, or how you think you can be. Is when you get stretched beyond that moment, right? And things you thought you couldn't do, it just happens, and you're like, oh, what the fuck is this? And that's really that moment. And as a dominant, that's really what does it for me, is that stretching. All the shit you thought you could do, or that you got down to a hard skill before you met me, I really don't give a fuck about that, to be honest with you. Nothing that you could do before you met me really means anything to me. What matters to me is what you become open to and what I'm able to teach you. Right? There's some things that you knew before, because it's not that who you are doesn't matter. That's not right. That's not true. Of course, there's plenty of things about who you are as a person before I met you that matter to me. But as far as what makes me feel good as a dominant is how I can stretch you. Like, how can I push you to a place where you've never been before? How can I take you into the deep water and drown you? I think you said you seen I'm trying to remember what it was. It was some movie where they took some type of weed. I'm not sure if it was Star Wars or you know what I'm talking about?
No, I know you're talking about. I don't know how you don't know it. Harry Potter.
It was Harry Potter.
And
it was Goblet of Fire.
Yeah, they put the weed in and he had a...
Oh, because you are a Harry Potter fan. You're a Harry Potter freak. I love Harry Potter. What kind of wood do you think my wand made out of? Nah, I'm going to leave that alone. But check this out, right? Yeah, we took that special seaweed, opened up his gills, that he was able to breathe underwater for that period of time during the Goblet of Fire. R.I.P. to my nigga Cedric.
Oh, that's cute.
R.I.P. to my nigga. That shit hurt me.
You wanna watch it?
You want to put on the Goblet of Fire?
I gotta go pee. Yeah, let's do it.
You gotta pee.
Yeah, you gotta go to bed soon. You gotta go to work. I mean, I gotta go to work too, but you gotta drive. You gonna keep on, you gonna end up having a car though.
Yeah, let's go inside.